Check it out, custom RC monster truck. It's almost complete. I was hoping to have this thing done by now and have a few for sale. I'm going to be doing a limited production run of these things, but I don't want to put it out there for sale until everything's perfect, exactly how I like it. So let's take a closer look. It's pretty simple, not much to it. There's really no chassis. It's all just mounting components all tied together to make up the whole truck. So batteries going from the side, meant for 26S, total 12S. And these battery boxes I redesigned a couple times. Check it out. This is the old battery box. This was the first design, and it had these mounting holes right here for the battery box cover that holds battery in place. I don't know, I just didn't really like the way that looked, so what I did was I increased the radius right here in the corner and put the holes in the corner, drilled and tapped those to a 1032 machine screw, and there's going to be studs coming off that the battery cover just slides on, hold the battery in place. I like that design a lot better. I think it looked better. This is another one. That was actually a mistake. The tool loosened up. I also removed some material in here just to save weight. And then I put a chamfer on the inside edge, outside edge. I still have to countersink these holes. I'm just waiting for the new tooling to come in. And then right here, these holes are what the suspension standoffs mount to. And instead of putting a chamfer on this edge, I just did a deburr tool path just to give it like a little sharper look. I don't know, just the way I liked it. If you look at the ESC mount right here, you can see it better if I lift up this part. This is the Max 4, bolts right to that. That went through a few changes too. So here's the first one right here. You can see on the bottom side, that's where the ESC bolts, and then this is where it bolts to the chassis. But this was too small. What this did was it put the ESC too close to this part right here. It didn't allow enough room for the wire. This was the second design. You can see this was the first Max 4 that got cooked. So you can see I lengthened it a little bit. See the difference in size? And I added a few different features. I deepened these pockets. I added these pockets just to save weight. And then the third design, I added some features right here in the corner and in the front too, because with this design, when these links came up, it hit right here so to get a little more travel out of suspension. I removed some material out of there. But then the problem was the links hit this part. So to get this thing to fully compress in here, I removed even more material right there. So now these links, they go right up in there. Suspension links are 70-75 aluminum, but I'm not going to use these ones. I'm remaking them. I'm going to increase the diameter by about 60 thousandths. I don't want to make the links too rigid because I want them to have a little bit of give and flex to them, but I don't want them to bend either. So also a lot of geometry changes went into those because there's a lot more to setting up a 4-link suspension than just making a couple holes, bolting some bars on. There's a lot of things like instant center, center gravity, roll center, anti-squat, anti-dive, all the weight transfer, stuff like that. So I want this thing to be able to go like 100 miles an hour and be very stable. So hopefully it performs well. It also took a little bit of playing with the different tooling, speeds, feeds, tool paths, just to get the right finish I wanted. If you look at this thing, it's like a mirror. It comes right out of the mill like that because I didn't want to have to do much finish work after it's machined. High quality stainless hardware. And these links right here, I made a few of these. Like the first ones had kind of like a rounded feature, and in here was kind of like pulled back a little bit, but I went with this, just the nice smooth flat finish, just because the thing kind of started looking like an erector set, like a contraption. So I want this thing to look cool too. Right here's the shock tower. I'm actually redesigning this too because this piece that stands off makes it so the shock cap clears right here. You can see there's the screw, and then there's this hole right here because there's another piece that goes to make it a double shear mount, bolts right here and ties into a brace that connects the two towers. But what I want to do is angle these downward so you can move the shocks in and out without a contact in here. They don't hit, but they do come close, so that's a really easy change. Right here is just some fixtures that I made just to hold parts in the middle and the vise. That's for the block that goes in the motor to change for different pinions. These are the suspension, the shock tower links bolt right here. So even though everything looks really compact in here, it's actually very easy to work on. So to take the motor out, it's just 4 screws all together, 2 on each side, right there and there, and this whole motor just slides right off. Inside this piece right here, there's a little raised feature that prevents the pinion from falling off in case the pinion loosens up. So that's pretty cool. I've had trucks where I'm driving the thing along, pinion loosens up, goes flying, and then can't find it, gotta buy another one. These pieces right here went through a few changes too. Little design features, but also the finish. I wanted this thing, like I said, to all these other parts to come out of the mill with like a mirror finish. I may have some of these anodized too, I don't know. But this is the final design. I did a few different chamfers and different radiuses. I'll show you a little closer look at that too. So this was the first design, and it looks pretty much the same, but if you look, it's a little bit smaller right there. This is the second design. It's got more room right there, but also if you take a look on the back side, I made that feature right there, and what that's for is so that the suspension joint sits at the proper angle like that. Instead of, if it were just flat, it would go like that, and then the joint would have to angle in. It wouldn't be at like a nice angle instead of the bolt. So much better for many reasons to have it like that. Everything's just stronger at a better angle, works better. It's better overall. As far as axle housings go, these are the steel housings I made for the other chassis, which are awesome, but they're pretty heavy. And the whole thing about this truck, I want it to come in at no more than 30 pounds, or actually under 30. So even if it's like 29 and a half pounds, that's cool. That's a good power weight ratio considering it's a 12S with the gearing and being under 30 pounds. This thing should fly. So the new housings look just like this, but they're machined out of aluminum. But I'm redesigning those two to be a little bit narrower, both like width-wise and also this way. Tires and wheels, I originally used MTXL tires and wheels, but the problem with these, you can't buy them anymore because Losi discontinued the MTXL. So instead I'm making custom wheels for the IMEX Jumbo Kong tires. These things are awesome. They've been around a long time. A lot of people don't know they weren't just for RC. They were also used by the military on little vehicles for bomb detection, which is pretty awesome. If you go on their website, you can buy them right from their website. It'll be about $150 for 4 tires. And it tells you all about how the military used them and all that stuff. Really cool that they still make these. And they're very, very durable. Way more durable than those MTXL tires. And they're not quite as tall and a little bit narrower too, but it should handle a lot better with these. These battery connectors are awesome. These things deserve their own video. They're made by a company called RC Pro Plus, and they're solderless. You can also get the solder version. So pretty soon this thing will be up and running. I'll have a few for sale. I'm just going to do a very limited production run at first. Probably sell them on eBay, maybe through Facebook or something like that. It's going to have the machined aluminum housings instead of the steel ones. I basically just wanted to make a fast, durable RC monster truck that handles like a full-size monster truck. So it should be pretty cool. Subscribe so you don't miss that. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.